Hello everybody, well my name is Benjamin and today in this video I'm going to talk about the reading skills and I have to answer three questions. Well, the first question is, why does a teacher need to know how to evaluate the students? Well, I as a teacher I think this is really important, that the teacher is very necessary because he has to know how to evaluate the students and he has to evaluate according to the level that the students are, because sometimes we know in a classroom there are some students they can't read a paragraph, or sometimes they can read but they can't understand what the paragraph want to say, or maybe they can make the pronunciation and they sounds very good when they read something, but they can understand. So I as a teacher, or the teacher, have to know how to uh, evaluate them to get better in the pronunciation, to get better when they are reading something and they can understand the paragraph. And the second question say, how will you evaluate the reading skills of public school? Well, I study in a public school, and I had some teachers that they evaluate in a different way. And one of the way that one teacher evaluate was in using some books. The teacher uses the technique is uses some books, and I as a teacher I like to implement the same techniques to evaluate in a public school. And the technique is that I as a teacher I give the students some questions. For example, I can give them 5 questions or 10 questions, and the student have to go to the internet to looking for the definitions and read the definitions and write the definition in their notebook. But while they are writing the definition, they have to read the definition and the word, and if they don't know how to read, they have to look in the pronunciation in the internet. And in this way they are going to get better in the pronunciation, and they will understand what they are reading. And these activities are really good for me. I don't know, maybe some teacher can understand or can make any other activities to develop the reading skills, but I think this is very important. And well, the last question say, what kind of strategies would you implement to develop the reading skills on your students and to help them acquire a reading habit? Well, I as a teacher I like to implement a habit in the students, and I as a teacher recommend to my students some books or any other articles, or maybe looking in the internet any informations, and to help them. But the most important here is that they can read every day. It doesn't matter what they are reading. If they read a poem, or if they want to read an article in the newspaper, or if they want to read the news in the Facebook, or read the subtitles while they are watching a movie. It doesn't matter. The important here is that the student can read to get better in their reading, and in this way developing their reading skills. But how I can or how the student can take an habit, I recommend to my student some books and some applications in the internet. And one of the application is the AnyBook this is a good application in any book. There are many books, any books about any topic, about any area that you want to read. And to help the students, they have to read a book or a page for one day, and in the next class each student have to give the point of view about what they read before or yesterday, every day. And the students, I as a teacher, I will give them 1 point in the exam to help them. And if I say this, the students are going to have an habit every day, In this way, they are going to learn how to read, and in this way, they are going to get better with their reading skills and their pronunciation. And the pronunciation will be better than before. And in this way, I help the students.